The Israeli military says it has failed to intercept a missile launched from Yemen. So as you see, the missile there exploded. This was near a public park in Tel Aviv. Medical sources say at least 14 people have been lightly injured. The Houthis have repeatedly launched missiles towards Israel since the war in Gaza began, in what they say is solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza.
Before there was even time to get out the door, it exploded. The ballistic missile landed right behind our building, and all the windows blew in on the first, second floor, and the whole area. It was very frightening.
Al Jazeera's Hamda Salhout is reporting on this from Amman. Hamda, you're there because the Israeli government has banned Al Jazeera from operating, beg your pardon, within Israel and in the occupied West Bank. So the Houthis' missile this time was able to get through the Israeli defenses. What have you learned?
Well, this is not the first time a projectile launched by the Houthis was actually able to avoid any sort of Israeli aerial defenses. In fact, this is the third incident of its kind just this week. We saw a similar incident on Monday, just 2 days ago, and now early this morning. The Israeli authorities say they're looking into why this was not intercepted. But from the moment the sirens went off to the moment of impact, authorities say it was just about 1 minute. So they're trying to look into why those air defenses were not activated earlier. Remember that throughout the course of this war, the Houthis have launched more than 200 missiles and more than 170 drones into Israeli airspace and territory. So they say that they're going to continue that, but the Israelis say they're looking into why their air defenses have failed yet again.
So the Houthis launch missiles at Israel regularly, and they've been choking off a major maritime trade route towards Israel. What's Israel's strategy to deal with all of this?
Well, just 2 days ago, if you'll recall, the Israelis conducted massive Israeli airstrikes in the Yemeni capital, Sana'a, saying that they were targeting Houthi targets and military infrastructure there. They say that they're going to continue doing that. Benjamin Netanyahu, in fact, while speaking, said that he's, quote, acting on behalf of the world, that these Israeli strikes in Yemen are in order to deter the Houthis from, one, hijacking any sort of shipping routes to protect ships that are going through the Red Sea and that peninsula in order to get them to their destinations, but also to try and stop the air and drone strikes like we've been seeing, rather the missile strikes and launches. But the Israelis say that they would continue to strike Yemen if that's what it took. But the Houthis are saying that they are also not going to let up. But we have to note that this is a huge failure for the Israeli security establishment as to how a ballistic missile of this size and capacity was able to evade any sort of air defenses. And now Israel is looking into next steps on how to combat this.
Al Jazeera's Hamda Salhout reporting from Amman, Jordan. Thank you very much, Hamda.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.